So pro-Trump lawyer Lin Wood is absolutely losing his mind on Twitter right now, and it's so bad, this could on its own cost the Republicans those 2 Georgia seats in the Senate that are coming up in the runoff election in just a few days. He right now is continuing what he's been doing since November, which is to basically say, on the one hand, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue are not sufficiently pro-Trump, and so they have not earned your vote. They haven't done enough to prove that they deserve the support of true dyed-in-the-wool conservative pro-Trump Republicans, and also suggesting that, Brian Kemp and Secretary of State Raffensperger in Georgia have not done enough to inspire confidence in the process, and because they haven't done enough to inspire confidence and legitimacy, good conservatives should not participate in the runoff, because if they do, they're legitimizing the broken, effort. Right? That's what he's saying. And so he's continuing to do that. But today, he took it to the absolute next level by essentially calling for the arrest of Vice President Pence for treason. I'm not making that up. He says here, I'm going to read it to you. He says, if Pence is arrested, Secretary Pompeo will save the country. Pence will be in our jail awaiting trial for treason. He will face the firing squad. He is a coward and will sing like a bird and confess all. Basically saying that somehow Mike Pence is involved in this attack on Donald Trump's legitimate presidency, and you just need to arrest him and threaten him with, capital punishment, and he will sing like a jailbird, and somehow Mike Pompeo is going to be the one to get this done. Like, none of this is explained how it'll work. But basically what he's saying is, all you have to do is arrest Mike Pence, and the election will be saved for the true, will of the people. It's all insane. It's so insane, guys, that Nicholas Sandman is calling him out. Do you remember Nicholas Sandman? He was the young man who went to the Catholic schoolboys Trump rally in Washington, like last year, maybe even the year before. And there was this standoff with indigenous protesters, and the media covered it, and he was able to basically win a settlement saying the media defamed him by trying to paint him as this awful person. Look, I'm not here to judge the validity of that settlement. I'm not. But the point is, you'll never guess who his lawyer was. His lawyer was Lin Wood. This is a man who even his clients that he won settlements for, reportedly, we don't know exactly, large settlements for, are like, what the hell is going on? Nick Sandman is like, I'm sorry, but what the hell is this? That's the tweet I had up on the screen for you. His own clients are like, this is too much. And if you think this is just one random dude that's like, saying stuff on the internet and therefore, what effect is it going to have? Well, there's a couple things here. One, the Georgia election is going to be razor thin, or at least it has the potential to be. The polls that came out today have the Democrats up by 2 or 3, but frankly, I think that the polls likely are underestimating Republican support, or they're overestimating turnout from Democrats, and I actually think it really is going to be razor thin. And so if it was a 5-point gap, then Lin Wood's craziness wouldn't matter. But if it's a 0.5% gap, it might matter. This man is influential. Like with Sidney Powell, he is very influential in conservative circles. And it won't matter to a lot of regular, Republicans that still get all of their news from mainstream media. But if they're one of the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Republicans that get their news from quote unquote alternative media online and through OAN and Newsmax, like this could have an effect. It really, really could. 100%. And those people, even if they're the only ones in their social group that watch these sources, they talk to their more mainstream, their more normie conservative friends, their more normie Republican friends, and they might convince them to sit this one out because of these conspiracies. And Donald Trump today, this big tweet chain here. I don't need to read you the whole thing, but Donald Trump was on Twitter this afternoon after all of this Lin Wood stuff, basically saying the entire contest in November in these key swing states was not on the up and up. And he goes and explicitly says, that includes the Senate runoffs coming in a few days. Donald Trump is saying the vote happening in a few days is not clean. There's something off about it. It's fishy. Donald Trump's saying that. The only effect that could possibly have is to depress conservative engagement. It might not. Some people are still going to participate. They might have cognitive dissonance saying like, oh yeah, it's broken, but I'm going to go anyway. But I don't think this is ever going to increase Republican engagement, Trump engagement, pro-Trump engagement. And so this is what the Republican Party has wrought. This is them reaping what they've sowed. They've laid in the bed with dogs and now they have the fleas. This is what happened. They wanted these people for their fundraising and for their ability to generate outrage and clicks and engagement on media because they can do that. They can do that damn well. We've seen it. But when it comes to the fact that they just need to win a couple runoffs to keep the Senate, and now these people are literally willing to torch the party, now they're seeing the consequences of their actions. I don't know. It's crazy. This is absolutely crazy. In a party where basically the majority of it is insanely anti-democratic, Lin Wood and Donald Trump crank it to 11. The Republicans deserve all of the chaos they're facing right now in Georgia and across the country.